I mean, most people can think of a reason not to do something. That's
Hmm.
just human nature. And then you're saying about that pain point. I think in my instance, yeah, it was an underlying pain point, but I would have probably carried on. But really, what it was the shove. You know, the kind of they're doing a bungee jump and they won't jump off, but then the people just go like that. Get on with it. You know, that's what it was. It was in my eyes. Um, I call it destiny. I'll just call it nature's way of telling me to get on with it.
Yeah. So now let's talk about branding for businesses. So every entrepreneur and investor and the people that listen to our show, branding is basically your voice to the world. It's how people find you. It's the thing that attracts them originally to you. So what are some of the things that you work with, or questions that you ask business owners to think about when they think about their brand?
Yeah, and brand is I like to think of it a little bit more about on terms of like your reputation. So it's how somebody would talk about you if you're not in the room. That's a really good way to picture your brand. And there's different elements that form part of your brand. And one of the most instantly recognizable parts of a brand is the brand identity. So that's the logo. And I talk about this analogy where we take the brand as a person. So that logo would be the face of that person. So you recognize that person from their face. And the logo is the recognizable part of that brand. And the process that I go through before, I mean, it's really in depth, but the start of the process that I go through, I'm trying to find out as much about that face and about that person so that what I design and what we come up with together, you know, is a reflection in a way. So that then they look back at it, they go, yeah, that's me. That is the brand. That is what I'm trying to understand and get across to my customers.
There are entire videos on TikTok of small candle makers, cookie cookie and cake bakers, and part of their videos is showing how they box it up. There are so many of these small solopreneur companies that are making all these wonderful little products, and they show how they box them. And every single one that has 1 million+ people and whose businesses have exploded on TikTok, it's a colored paper, it's a wax seal, it's a little card that talks about this that they put in there, and they show the care of sending out that box. They don't just shove it into something. And there's video after video. And then if you look at the comments, it's, gosh, I just got mine and this was such a nice experience and it smelled great the moment I opened up the box, or this or this or this or this. And these are people who never would have noticed them, who literally bought it because they looked at that and they thought, well, if I'm going to get a candle and I'm going to spend $19, why would I go to Yankee Candle and have them throw it into a box at Marshall's where I could spend $19 and have this little experience?
Absolutely.
So this idea works for solopreneurs and everyone, because again, who's buying it? Humans are buying it. So there has to be, a human experience. And one of the things Daniel does, and I've done it, he's done it with me, which was so eye-opening. It was for another company that I have, and I want to do it again for this one, but he does a score, a brand score. So it is this entire audit just around your voice and your brand. And it taught me so much. It taught me, just as a consultant and a coach, going through it myself, of, wow, these are amazing questions just to ask. I need to add this for some things, because once you go through it, you get a lot more clarity about your business, things you probably need to change, ways you're not hitting the mark.